if Kate Moss has a fringe, you find with that, you could copy that. It's when Posh Becks goes from here to really short and somebody decides, oh, I'm going to have that. And the hair's maybe not the same right texture, or the look's maybe not the right, or they don't have the same typeface as Victoria or something like that. And when they come in, you're just like, oh my goodness. Even though Victoria's got the very short elf-like look, but still at the moment, it's what she was carrying a few years ago, which is, to me, the Cheryl Cole look, the very long, bouncy, glossy, shiny. Desperate Housewives, all four of them got very natural colourings. It's all very shiny. Nothing's straight at the moment. Nothing's very, harsh or spiky. We had all that for quite a long time during the late 90s, and I think that's just died a death at the moment. I think everything's much more natural. I think it is with clothes as well. We're going back to much more classier looking clothes.
Yeah, it's really natural, really healthy, really shiny, taking inspiration from the Cheryl Cole look. It's just, I think on the catwalks at the moment as well, there's not too much funky stuff going on. It's all just really healthy looking.
Loads of people now that I just blow dry and don't use straighteners, and they're like, oh, I couldn't believe it, it's lovely, I really like it. I've just used my straightening irons for so long, I don't know how to put them down. Again, at the moment, I think everything's much more natural. We went through a phase again of having very radical, contrasting colours, and I don't think it's like that at the moment. Everyone's, more so asking for, honey colours and caramel colours and very gentle colours that suit their own colour tone more, their own skin tone more, as opposed to being really radical. I think that will all come back round. I think give it another year or so, everyone will be like, right, I want bright red again, full head of it, and, because people go through a phase where they feel they've had the same thing for a long time and they get bored. But I think with fashion, they've said that they've tried to bring curls back for since I ever started hairdressing 11 years ago, they've always said that the curl will come back. I don't think the curl will ever come back, because I think the 80s was enough to make the curl never come back quite like it was. But this is where, I think the wave, the soft bounce, the not straight, that's definitely coming back, but in a much softer, non-permanent way. Even the finger wave, that's back at the moment, in a very small way, not the full head like it was back in the kind of 20s and 30s.
I am really bad about planning hairstyles and planning colouring, and I'll come into the salon, and depending on what mood I'm in, Lynn will say, what do you fancy? And I pretty much say, I think I want it a bit shorter, but I want it brightened up for the summer. I have to have a style that's easy to do at home. I work quite hard and quite long hours, so the last thing, and I've got a little girl, so the last thing I need to be doing in the morning is spending an hour and a half doing my hair.
I can't imagine ever somebody suddenly come up with something that's never been done before, because most things have been touched on. Oh, and the guy with the half Mohican in X Factor at the moment, that's being talked about a lot. Don't know if it's in a good or a bad way, but it's being talked about a lot.